All right, we're going to talk about keywords in math and word problems. When we find these words in our directions and in our problems, it gives us the clues on whether or not we're going to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. These are really the four main operations for all of math. And so knowing and identifying these words in our workbooks, on our tests, in word problems, even when we're listening to a real life math problem out loud or talking it through, when we hear or say these words, we can figure out if we're supposed to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. Let's start with addition. Some keywords, of course, would be add. But you could also come across all together, or and, both, combined, in all, how much, because if we're looking at how much, that typically means we're going to end up adding what we need to have for our total, increased by, or plus, sum, because sum is our vocabulary word for answer, total, more, or more than. Right? If Susie has 8 apples and Sally has 12 more than that, then how many does Sally have? That would mean we would need to take how many Susie has and add on, right? All of these words will come up, and when you see these words, these are what we would box as important information that tell us we need to add. Now let's take a look at subtraction. We're reading and we want to know, how are we going to know if we need to do subtraction? We might come across things like minus, take away, subtract, of course, remain, like how many apples remained in the bucket after I ate 17, right? Which is a lot of apples, but you would figure out first you would need to know how many total were in the bucket, and then you ate 17, so you would have to subtract to see how many remain in the bucket. Change or decrease by, just like we had increase by for addition. Difference, remember difference is the answer for subtraction problems. Fewer, how many left? How many did or did not? Right? I'm gonna blanket that down. There you go. How many more or less? Or just using less. Or we might have reduce, right? So like, what's the difference between 8 and 10, right? We would do 10 minus 8 is 2. If we said that Susie had 6 fewer cats than Sally, and Sally had 13 cats, fewer would tell us to subtract to figure out how many Susie has. All right? So again, when we come across these words in word problems or directions, we box that as important information that tells us we need to subtract the numbers that we're looking at. All right, multiplication. What might be some words that come up in multiplication? Well, of course, multiply by, or by, just by, right? If I have a room that is 6 feet by 4 feet, and I need to know how much room that is altogether, then I would do 6 times 4. Double, triple, quadruple, right? All of those types of words would tell us times 2, times 3, times 4, and so on. Each group or groups of, right? If we have 8 groups of 8, and we need to know how many people we have all together, that would be 64. It'd be 8 groups of 8. All right. We would have every or factor of. Remember, factor is the part of a multiplication problem. So factor of, if we're increasing by a factor of 2, we're timesing by 2. All right, increased by. Now, be careful because increased by is also an addition, but remember, multiplication is just repeated addition. All right, and typically we're gonna have another term such as times, right? Increased by triple or increased by 5 times the amount would also tell us that we need to multiply by. We could come across the word of, product, or times. Oh, we already put times in there. Right? Be careful. Every time we come across the word of doesn't always necessarily mean that we are going to do multiplication. Same thing with by, right? But you have to think critically. When we come across these words, they're clues, they're keys that we might need to multiply. We have to look at the full problem, but again, this would be what we would box as important information. And then have to decide, well, are we just adding a certain number or are we multiplying by groups, right? Multiplication is repeated addition in groups. Lastly, division. Division is just like doing repeated subtraction. So we might see a lot of the same words that we have with our subtraction problem. Some division words we would come across, of course, would be divide, or as much, or cut up. Each group has. Be careful, because multiplication also has each group or groups of. Multiplication and division are inverses of each other. So if we're talking about groups and breaking them into groups, then we're going to be doing division. If we know how many groups and we need a total, then we're going to do multiplication. So we have to think about, do we need to know the total, or do we already know the total and we're trying to find out the part, right? The factor. Or we might have into groups of, or equally, or share, or per. Per is like another word for saying like by, right? We are going to go to this, per is just another word of saying like when you're doing it by something, but you're breaking up into groups. You could also have half, third, fourths, right? This is where a lot of our fractions will come in, because fractions are dividing wholes into 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, etc. Right? Fifths, sixths, you could go on and on and on. You could have how many in each. You might have parts. You could have quotient, which again, remember, is answer for division problems. Or you could have separated. Right? Again, just because you come across the word per, it might not mean that you have to do division, but these are our clue words that when we piece it together with the information around, that we might need to divide. You'll see that there are a lot of similarities between subtraction and division, addition and multiplication, and even sometimes with multiplication and division. That's because multiplication and division are inverses or opposites. And same with addition and subtraction, they are inverses. So you'll see a lot of them together. Addition is when we're trying to find the total. Subtraction is when we know the total and we need a part. Multiplication is repeated addition. So we're doing repeated addition until we find a total. Division, just like subtraction, it's repeated subtraction. We know the total and we're going to continue subtracting until we find a part. All right, so I'm going to put that in parentheses. Finding total, finding part. Again, multiplication is finding total, and division is finding parts. We know the total and we need to find the part. All right, these are just a few of an infinite list of words we could come up with, but we'll keep adding to this as the year goes on. Keep looking and identifying these words to box as important information for our cubes method for solving word problems.